Alright, so it's about mid-June, and this variety of Lincoln Pea has been looking pretty good. As you can see, the turnips are also looking pretty good. The peas are kind of beginning to die back now, and the turnips are just about ready to be harvested. I'm thinking the peas might be kind of dying back by now, partly because of the seasonal changes, but also, with the weather warming up, supposedly anyway. And also maybe the poor soil quality may have caught up with them. Probably be harvesting the peas for seed, so I'm going to let the peas die down and then collect the seed. I'm going to harvest these turnips, probably be planting something else in this bed, maybe some kidney beans or something like that, just so that I maintain cover over top of the soil and keep it in production. Alright, so this is the plot of land where I had planted the Lincoln Pea variety to test out, to see kind of how it did. I also companion planted in turnips, and I did this all back in late March. So now we're getting to the point where it's time to harvest the turnips. They've really sized up pretty good, and so I'm just going to go through and harvest out these turnips, and it'll kind of give the peas a little bit more space, even though it kind of looks like the peas are dying back, just to kind of make sure that they're getting the sunlight that they need and such, so that the pods can continue to swell up, to mature, and eventually to desiccate or dry out. As you can see, these are some pretty massive turnips. It's the purple top turnip variety. Alright, so here we have the turnips that have been harvested. Like I said, pretty sizable. So turnips are a pretty good companion crop for peas, and the two plants seem to work pretty well together. The turnips may not always size up to be this big, but they did today, and so I'll probably dice these up and freeze them for over the winter. Alright, so here we are back again looking at the Lincoln peas. They've begun to senesce and die down now, so we can zoom in here. Some of the pods are beginning to dry down a little bit, and so I've been picking them off as they do. This one's still got a little bit of moisture to go, so I just kind of leave that on. I don't necessarily have to, but it's kind of convenient right now that these guys are pretty much dry. Here are the Lincoln Pea seeds. In winter, they have been shelled and harvested, dried down, and then stored in a jar. It's winter time now, and these will be ready to plant in the spring. I think next year I'm going to try to plant all of the peas, Lincoln and Green Arrow alike, a little later on in the spring, about mid-April, to try to get better germination and growth out of the plants and see how that does. Pending weather, of course. Alright, thanks so much for watching. I hope to see you in a future video.